So with girls now, it's important for me. It was important for me then, you know what I mean, to build a relationship with them where them can talk to me about anything. And me, you know what I mean, me and them reason, you know. And at the time to be real honest, I never know if we even talk to other people about things that we have go through and them look at things there. You know what I mean? So them was my little party with me and them like
Reason
yeah, you know,
and
I know them not gonna tell about nobody. You
true.
know, without them me even understand some of the things that I say to them at times. You get me? But
But you're
me and them
confident them.
yeah, you know what I mean, me and them share a whole it. You don't know certain things you have sense of them from, definitely.
Yeah, man,
You know,
definitely.
but you know, like general things that go on around you, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when the funds low, to make them know now,
Ah.
say, well, all right, you are going now, this we can deal.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Overcomaz. This is Marsha and Andre, and today we have the Maroon man, Mr. Maurice Lee. Wagwan, greeting.
Maroon Boss. Yeah.
Blessings, you know, greetings to that, give a thanks to I, you
How many
know,
rasta
for
them teeth so white, man? Last week we have a rasta and teeth well white. This week we have another rasta and teeth them well white. I want to use extra Colgate.
No,
you
natural
know,
thing.
we have charcoal and these things, you know.
Ah, so
Cool, cool.
natural thing. So
Yeah,
we want to say thank you for coming on the show, but
come on, bless yourself, man.
uh, we want you to tell us a little bit about young Maurice, young Maroon boss, etc. Just give us a little synopsis.
Yeah, Maurice. All right, so actually, I grew up in a volatile community in Mountain View.
Ah,
You know, well, you know, growing up, you know, based on how the outside world may see it, was
mm-hmm.
kind of, you know, a different experience. Yes, there was certain type of stuff, but you know, yeah, you know, but it was different for we, you know.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was great, you know, playing football and them thing. Then went to Excelsior High, Excelsior
Mm-hmm.
Primary as well.
And of
At
excess
one
eye
point,
people come across.
A true, a true, a true. This is probably the third or fourth Excelsior
Yeah,
High
man, the fourth. Yeah, man.
person we
yeah,
interview.
yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I attend Excelsior Community College too.
No man,
Mm.
you
As
say
well.
loyalty. You
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
What green,
yeah,
yellow,
you
and
know.
black?
I'm because it was close to home too, you know. Well,
ah.
Yeah.
you know, yeah, you know. So it was that type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we grew up, you know, fairly, you know, nice. You know, grew up in a home with a lot of women. So you know, it was a vibe for me because then you know there was a lot of care,
I
you
love,
know,
yeah,
from
yeah.
me and them things, you know. Yeah, it was just a vibe, you know, growing up in those spaces with cousin them. You know, the Java Evil family. It was a great vibe, you know, growing up with them too, you know. You know, yeah, and there were other brothers, sisters, them, you know, were was all around us too. You know, we grew up now, you know, under the wings of like, you know, Mummy Mitzi and you know, Mummy Patsy and these ones now, you know, where it was they were like, you know, Rastafari guidance, you
Ah,
Okay.
so
know,
you grew up Rastafarian.
um in somewhat, you know, because we were more closer to those ones, you know. So
Ah.
they were the ones who really, you know, just teach us humility. Because funny enough, there wasn't even teaching us Rastafari per se to say
Mm-hmm.
teach us Rastafari, but
They
just
want to
their
give
way of
you,
life.
As the
yeah,
rest of them, I say the levity, the levity.
The
Yeah.
liberty, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
yeah.
and yeah, there was a couple of quotes there and there, and you know, a certain His Majesty speeches, and there was a lot of things about His Majesty around us. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, that was something now where you know I gravitate to, you know, as a young man, and I love that, and then you know that made me now wanting to know myself, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Ah.
you know more about me. In those times now, you know, we're more thinking now, you know, who am I? You know, and
Ah.
you know, digging once you want to know who you are, first place you have to go was like mommy, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
mommy come from, and then mommy roots lead me right to, Moortown. I mean, I said, but yeah, mommy come from Moortown, but Queen Nanny, because I start connect things now, as a youth, I say, yo, but Queen Nanny, and then you ask the question, and she say, yeah, we are Maroon, and it was like, what?
And say
You
you're
get the
real Maroon
Royalty.
boss man in
Yeah,
the
man.
lineage.
Royalty. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
In the
yeah,
lineage.
yeah,
Ah, I see, I
yeah,
see.
So, asking those questions now, and you wanting to know more about yourself. At that point in time, whenever I do not deep research, but
Ah,
just understanding yourself more and who you are as a person, then that give you that sense of pride. To start moving different, start doing different things. And then at the same time too, I learned a speech from His Majesty at that time, that said that each generation is responsible for the next.
true.
Um, yeah, I took on that to myself and then say, I want to be a role model, just to even my children at the time, and just just being that responsible person. The journey
How
took
much
us
kids
here.
you have? How much kids you have though?
Two girls.
Just
Okay.
you see it? You grew up with a lot of women and you have two daughters. So you're a girl dad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so yeah, that funny enough, when I really got connected to my Maroon roots was just my mom was in Portland. She was ill for a while,
Mhm.
and she came to Portland to recuperate. She
Yes,
was here like
beautiful
for a
place in
year or so.
Jamaica. Mhm.
Yeah, so I came to visit, like just came to visit one day.
Fall in love with it, man. Portland to
Portland
me, bro.
pretty,
It's
It's
the cement.
pretty. Like
Bro,
anytime they are Portland, feel like me they are foreign.
Retro
remember
Somewhere.
now,
Jamaica.
I come here so like every single holiday when I was
Mhm.
a child, but when you catch teenage years,
Stuff
It
you
the
cut
appreciate
country
down.
it.
thing they never fit in
It,
at
it
the
never it
thing,
never it never have a buzz. It never have a buzz.
Yeah, what I mean, at that time. But okay, man, and we were here like for one day.
Mhm.
Um, well, uh, my intention was to leave the same evening to get back to Kingston. So I
Yeah,
only
Mm.
have the charger and the phone. I didn't
yeah.
have any change of clothes, no
Nothing.
toothbrush, no nothing. And I find myself, I stayed till the evening, till the next morning. And I rise up the next morning and go down at the beach side. I decide, so
This is
yo,
living, man. I ain't that
Yes,
enough.
no,
The
it's
beach, the river, the
it's
greenery,
your
everything.
calling. It was your calling. Like I hear it, so
Everything
you're
about
supposed to
Portland,
set your
man.
foot,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why you never left.
And from there, it's like, all right, we'll get into farming. At the time, the first thing was to make sense say, yo, you can earn. Them time them have a
Living.
little piece of money. Yeah, me have a little piece of money stash out. You know what I mean? And me I say, all right, here we're going. Um, me have to do some layer. But funny enough, other idea they come up with to do the layer, It was like my auntie at the time was at my auntie house. And my mama, everybody was there. My auntie, she did a little baking.
Yeah.
And she used to do the baking and send her give somebody up
The
by the
eggs.
school
Yes.
gate to sell there. These little things. Because I think at that time too, because my auntie she traveled, yeah.
Mm.
So at that time, I think that program something went. I think a change of government or something that happened at that
Oh,
time,
it was no
and
longer
and 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 that and
needed.
that traveling thing, something that go off it. I don't remember exactly what it was,
Like work
but
and travel, you mean, right?
yeah. And
Mhm.
what happened was that she was home now. Just them people who are always at work, so.
Just
Hustling.
have to find something to do.
Yeah, so that it's just like she can't just the woman sit down, you get me?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
she was baking some cake and sending to just to sell to the school children and thing and do her little thing. So I was saying to her then and there, so yo, why raise some layer that I can get the egg for because me I see her with a whole heap of eggs and thing, to
Exactly.
do her
Yeah.
thing. And I say, yo, like that's a lot of eggs. So why just get your own thing? And my mother said to me, say, yo, why you always give people your idea then?
How are you gonna
Ah,
do
you see,
it?
Why
mommy
you gonna do
see
it?
it.
Yeah. So I said, all right, cool. We're gonna take on that journey there. Take on that journey there. Right away. you know, as I step in at the place, like she said, yo, what you gonna do? Them time they up here, so now when I reach up here, so from I reach a Portland, you get me? And now the cook come in at the picture now, I have to come up here, so up here, so now we have place to build cook. You know, she say, yo, we're not gonna link your grandmother and you know, and make sure know what go on and think, yo, that this is like my second day in, you know. Because
wait,
forward
last
night.
Day one and day two, you start think about egg idea already?
Yeah.
No, man, you're a real businessman.
Start full surface, man.
You're a real businessman.
The day, I just run going out of town, grab some t-shirt, white t-shirt, because you know the easiest beat that if you don't look too much, you know. You see me, you're not no clothes now, you know. So, you get me? You grab two boxers and say, all right, a toothbrush and, you know, some deodorant and things to get your thing nice up now, you know what I mean?
Rasta smell good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we got some boom, get to wash off, set up yourself, same day all of this happening, same time, like, link up my grandmother when she see me, she excited, like, yo, what you do ya?
You finally
you know
reach your place.
Yeah, so she excited and think. By this time now, you know, me I tell her what my plan to do. She said, boy, Evelyn now, she can't do that, you know. You know, if we wait till the morning, I say, yo, morning star. She know. She say, yo, she say, all right, come. Now I have someone I can show you. When she bring me on camera, go show me the space. I see it and all good in my mind now. I say, all right, yes, I'm never that it up. Cool. But at the same time, you know, I walk down the hill and buck up on my cousin and I say, yo, walk on youth. And I say, I say, yo,
no, some family reunion.
Yeah, like him I said to me, you know, say, yo, how you do so, you know? Long time I see the man and locks, you know, and all these things and you know, all of them things that I say, yo, I'm there. I say, so we up to him, I say, you know, say some business more and them say, yo, I'm build a Cuban thing. And I say, which part I say up the sir. You know, I must say, cool, hear me I say, man. Come here, go deal with something. And I'm say, all right, and I walk with him, and the man carry me, go show me a spot and say, yo, put it here, sir.
Better spot.
Yeah, everything right now. Legit. I say, all right, cool. The next morning, in the town, I get my material them. For sort out my mission right now.
1, 2, 3, 4 day. Day 4 this?
Yeah. Day 3.
Day 3. No,
yeah. In the town, I sort out my mats now to get them thing there. When I reach them, I tell me now, say, I have to go wait. I have to go wait about 3 months to get the layer them because I have to order them.
And then that I try to slow up your process, you know, but
that joke mats that right now. My youth them their town and them up and me there, so you know, so my youth them up there get money, you get me. So I never depend that drama there. So I said to them, say, yo, what about the other one them? And I say, yo, you can in a space of 3 day time, you know, pay fee now, you get it.
What is a lower grade? Is a lower grade layer?
No, this was the boiler now. That was the white one them now. That the chicken now. Instead of the eggs now. Cause I say, yo, all right, you can't go egg, you go chicken. You get me ideally, the stage. So, you know, it's a more advanced stage too. That time now we see that match now. I say, okay, cool. We're going to do this. All right. So them I say 3 days time. I say 3 days time. One day if I can take in our next batch or something, and she say, because we don't want time to put the cook together, you get me? So and get all of what we need. So my link and she say, yeah man, that's good man. So I put it like 2 days, 2 weeks, sorry. So instead of me get it this week, I get it the following week.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, you know, I'm a pay for feeding, I'm pay for everything. You know, I'm pay for like the container them, you know, the you know, my daddy and do my proper shopping. I'm a slide guard hardware and get my nail and my mesh and them thing the car. Here I know this up right now. You get
this is up up. This is up eat.
Yeah, brother. Cursing I lamp. I was party then I couldn't put no current on it at the time, you get me? So cursing I lamp. I get this thing going, you know, and a joke thing, you know. Yeah, some ones I want to jump around and get it done. Like because the way the thing that's set up is like, well, in a space of 2 days. 3 days ready. To me, I said to myself, say, yo, could I get the chicken them, you know. You see? Yeah, so
Long
yo,
before time.
yeah. In them time, we're there and we are do that. Through the journey and things, just like, them time, I'm still not comfortable. My daughter then did that too far from me,
Yeah. Oversome.
Just like things never just play out properly in my head, So we start work for self towards now, getting them on me. That was from the get go. From I realized I made a stay, made a plan for have them amongst
them.
Yeah, but the thing about it was that made have more like a 2-year plan in my head. You get me? Like, yeah, so we can link them, see me and do what I need for doing them a brain, just set up yourself. But it never go as planned. And me have to get them close to me quickly. So okay, all right, cool. So yeah, we do that and get them here. They were here. Then them start go school. While them go school,
get them in school and everything.
Yeah, because all of that happening in a quick time. Me, you want to know, say, look before them forward, before I go for them. At the same time, I lose like 360 pounds of chicken.
What?
I tell her, like,
how that happened?
Yo, I never know. No, brethren, like, I kill them and everything spoiled, man. Everything. Yeah, fire the first Mr. Chicken foot spoiled.
Chicken
like
foot?
That. Yeah, brethren. Every single thing.
Well, you never have no fridge, you know who put it in
there? Them in the deep freeze, them spoil in the fridge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fireball, now I'll find some of them well freeze where they at the bottom well freeze that spoil.
So, that was just a minor setback for me. Like sometimes I go through some things, I forgot to some things we really just test the faith and wonder like why? Is it me I said?
You're me I said now. So you know say right, that's when that happened. We start not to dig that chicken thing anymore.
Oh.
In my head. But at the same time now I need to get it done. So invest back some money in the thing. Because the data them are coming put now, because the same week me forgot for them. So, bringing them in now and getting them involved with me and thing, and me and them and go about and little baby them, brother. I tell about 5 and 3.
Yeah.
Me and them I go through. Everything go down whether they are build up and thing, get them in a school. As me get them in a school, first thing reach me. The primary school asked me to be the vice president of the PTA.
What? Them see leadership
like,
you.
Yeah, right away. And funny enough, why I never get the president too is because that lady now, she more a senior person. And just out of respect. And even she did cool with me and get it. But I just out of respect. You get me? I deal with it. So it kind of did more tipping in my favor at the time. But out of respect. I mean, I myself too, at the time, this was new to me.
So I'm asking a quick question. So let me hear you talk about your daughter. So I was like, were you the one who was solely responsible for raising them, or was mommy there also?
All right, for the first couple of years, we were living together, yeah.
Okay.
And then, like 2009, at the same time, we have, we're separated. And within that space of time, me responsible for them. Even we're there, they were more closer to me as a father, even we were together.
And that is a good thing. You know why? Because oftentimes you don't really hear about a father raising kids, much less raising daughters. As a matter of fact, some definitely.
Yeah.
So we commend
but no, brother,
that.
But couldn't sleep at night time, brother. If I see my grandmother ask her that now, Like when I get a plate of food, I just sit down over it, I look funny. Come here, I wonder if me you them eat. Yeah, I get up in the night, I walk up and down, brethren. At that time too, I can be real honest with you. If somebody did ever know that, I'm not to talk about the part of my life for someone. But if somebody did ever know that, I'm there to talk about it public for. But yeah, yeah, but you know what I mean. At that time, people may would have thinking of their mind, say, yo, you know, it was like the mother, you know, why mother not act them way there. But at that time now, people may get phone call from where you know, yeah, you know the rebound go, you get me? So you know, so at the time now me didn't have a rebound mind. So the mother part of it, of course, we feel a loss because I with the mother, you get me? But the part I was going to make me sleep and make me torment was about my children, honestly. You know what I mean? Because all of that, when them was amongst me, then all of that changed when they came here. All of that, like, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm well comfortable in my mind now. And then you have a dream ahead of you and you realize that, yo, me and I will do this together. You know what I mean? For there where we're there right now, some people wouldn't even know, like, my dad start like get emotional, I just a flick on it right now, you know?
You know, not to cut you, like I was raised with both my mom and my dad. My parents are still together, but I am like super close to my dad, and my dad gets like this. When I moved to Japan, my dad couldn't sleep. He was fretting. He was like, "Are you gonna be safe? Why are you going so far?" Even my dad, he will call me sometimes. He doesn't have anything to say. Then, yeah, all right. 2 seconds, he have the phone.
Once you hear your voice, man, like that.
Yeah, man. And then me and my dad click on so many levels. Like, we love sports. My love of sports came from my dad. So me and my dad, him banter me, the Arsenal fan, I'm a Man U fan. He will call me, what going with Man U? We're like, what going with me and my dad like that. I can sense your passion for your daughter because that is how my dad has 4 daughters. Him love all of them. And him just rap differently.
Yeah, man, and that's always a thing with fathers and them daughters, you know. I feel like once father play them role, you know, it could have been so small. Mommy could have millionaire and daddy uncle can pick a bag of ackee car from there and some breadfruit. Sure, that you get me? Because you have them relationship the way the mother end up, she and the father break up and the mother gets successful, but the father is just a normal farmer, you know, and doing things. And she will go look for her father and sit down and eat breadfruit and ackee with him. Then, you know, they're a mommy, you know what I mean? Feel a little bit count. You get me deal, you see me? So there's always this connection between fathers and daughters. And for me, you know, me and my, enough people may see it and wonder, you know, how that work and how it. But at the time, I had to find a coping mechanism, and not even coping, but a mechanism that works, that me and them can communicate as a father now and, you know, girl children them. So me that would make sense. So yeah, me and them can rap, them can talk to me, me talk to them. Trust them, share certain things with me. So even I always say, yo, people need to understand. So yo, enough time, how me get to correct them with some things that them do, them feel so comfortable and reason with me. Them tell me something where them never did.
Never supposed to tell it.
You get me? Yeah, isn't it? Just because of me and them comfortable.
But that's important, like that very important for actually, like try and build that relationship so your kids them can reason with about anything. Maintain the respect, but them can reason with about just about
anything. You get me? And at that now, so the more time them end up say something to me, I say, yo, what you mean by that? No man, do them thing, you know? Yeah. So with girls now, it's important for me. It was important for me then, you know what I mean, to build a relationship with them where them can talk to me about anything. And me, you know what I mean, me and them reason, you know. And at the time to be real honest, I never know if I even talk to other people about things that we have got through and them not think that. You know what I mean? So them was my little part of me and them like yeah, you know, I know them now to tell about nobody.
True.
You know, without them even understand some of the things I'm going to say to them at times.
But you're confident them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And them share a whole you don't know certain things you just censor them from, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, like general things that go on around you, I mean, like, you know, when the funds low, to make them know now, so, well, all right, you are going on, this we can deal with it now, and that we can deal with, and we can't deal with them things, because them things you know, are too much for you, know, and them things are more necessary, you know. You know, I'm see them even grow with them thing there now too, you know. More time them even raise with me before, like if them even want to buy something now, you know, and things kind of change now, you know. But at the same time, even if them want something now, them make it a conversation first, you know, before we even get to it. So them know if it can happen or it can't happen, you
Them
know.
have a conscience. Them have a conscience.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah, you know,
a lot of the
yeah.
kids born in this day, they're so privileged in certain things that they don't understand what no means and what we can't afford it at this moment means. And mommy don't have it right now means, because guess what? Every pitney out there have a tablet, every pitney have this and that. So they are so impressionable that they need these tools as well, and they need these things. But you
You
imbibing
know,
certain things in your daughters really, has helped
you
to
know,
mold
lucky for me at the time too. To be honest, sorry for cutting you, but
no worries,
you know,
no
my
worries,
head
man.
remember. But lucky for me then, we have a bunch of people around where we're, you know, a superstar them and well-known people them,
Ah,
which was my close connection them. So with them, you know, sometimes finding themselves sitting in a living room with people where some
that
people only sit
caliber.
on them,
Ah,
yeah, you know what I mean, and them a laugh and a talk and a one family. I always bring them back to them state, to be honest. They say, yo, you know, in some cases you have this, and some people don't have it. Some people that love to have this. You get me? So if somebody have that, and you're not judge your life off of that, because your
true.
life or where your life be, you know, and you know, so them things that me used to always bring them back to say, yo, look at the people when you there around. You get me? I deal with like everything I come, man. Don't worry yourself. You get me? You don't have to worry about something.
I'm just in everything, like you just have to show gratitude because at the end of the day, like you said,
Yeah,
Gratitude.
with whatever. You know, with whatever we have to show now. So yeah, because this is what create our space to we. You know, because everybody journey different.
True.
You know, and funny enough, to be honest, every single one that everybody went wrong with is necessary and still necessary up to this
play
day,
that part.
based on where we are right now. You know, sometimes when you look back on things and say, yo, John, no, me have it hard and me alone and rare. No. If me if I sit down here so and tell you, say, yeah, as a father, yeah, me alone here, so in this present space. But the level of support and respect and all of them everything there. And for
Was
some people,
available.
yeah, and for some people it's cute to see me as a father and you know with my daughter them and them thing there. You know? So yeah, we get a vibe. Funny enough, it was we don't want to talk too loud about that, but it was kind of lady catcher too. You know what I mean?
True, them see the baby them pie if them like you're a rasta,
Yeah,
you look good, and then you're a father, they feel like them.
yeah, one of the nicest things like when you go in like the arcades or the stores to buy
Price come
things for them.
down.
Isn't it?
Discount.
Yeah, it's funny, like people just deal with it different. Supermarket and them thing, they get me. People just deal with it different. Like, yeah, when I buy clothes to them in the arcade, people say, yo, John, my father, come here, Rasta, me take off something off of that.
Yeah.
Man.
No, because
Up
I must
to now.
appreciate. Yeah, man, I must appreciate where you're as a father, you get me?
Yeah, and most time to always, woman, I can tell you this. I'm always, I say, my journey was always woman. Um, yeah, we have the brothers them around the world give us strong
Around them.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah, but majority, my strength, like to be real honest, 90%. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna left out my real brother them, but 90% are the support are always women from different age groups. You get me? Big woman, old woman, just right through. Even a lady, a couple of them well, brother. Like, if I just picture what everybody, even when we even in a Mountain View, there was my brethren mother named Miss Claude. She was an ex-slave in Norway. It was a real support of the movement from them movement. That up to this day, every time she call me and I tell me, so yo, I'm proud of you and my son. I love where you're going. You know, so we can't, you know, some people that say, oh, me alone fight it through and like them forget the people.
Forget where
Yeah,
man
we have
come
to
from.
put it.
The
Forget the
village
journey.
and
Forget
You
the
know,
yeah.
what I mean?
journey.
Like, you know, we can tell you the truth, brother. We have to put in the work. And it's the work people see and support. You get me? I deal it. So it's not like we just sit down and get the support. You get me? I deal it. It's just that them say encouragement sweet in labor. You know what I mean? So you know, you doing what you doing and people, you know, respect what you're doing and just want to be a part of what you do. You know what I mean? And support the movement. So all of that within that space and time, yeah, it was good.
And at the end of the day, too, you know, everybody come in your life for a reason. Doesn't mean I say cool. Me, right? Yeah, man. So like I say, like everybody coming in your life for a reason. Doesn't mean I say, and it's just for us to just appreciate each and every person. Whether them come and cause your heartache, guess what? You need to forget you the heartache there for a
Brother.
reason.
All right, so yeah, we can go another part of that. So you know now,
Yeah.
say you them start go school, daughter them in a school now. I come VP at the parent
Cool.
teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Association.
I think yeah. Um, and then now the basic school, warm up to be like the chairperson for the basic school. Now them kind of me a young youth in a brother. About
Responsibility I come your way though, man.
yeah, I like to be honest, me about 28 them time there.
Yeah.
You get me? Like yeah, you know, so yeah, we get involved in that. I will start, and they will start getting more community activities. We be a part of the Maroon Council at one point in time. You know, them same time, you know, me do some training, with Jaipur and Wiper and intellectual property rights. You know, so in a them time, they know. So guess what happened them time though? I never realized the door opened up for the Kromanti journey, you know.
Yeah, man.
That
You
me they
Yeah,
get
want
me
to
man.
talk to you
ideally?
about next.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So the door opened up for that Kromanti journey, you know. You know, and ones I say, oh, brilliant, the kid be, and them I support the movement, you know. So while we do that, we do all of them training there, learn from chopping out some camera movements and something. And at the same time now, Institute of Jamaica, I mean, recruit for,
Oh,
for shoot a documentary for the Rastafari movement.
yes, a legend,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, because at the time now, the Rastafari exhibition was at the Smithsonian and they were planning to must destroy them. The Rastafari
Okay.
community
Oh,
then lobbied to get them in a Jamaica. The Institute of Jamaica then came on board and support the movement. And then now, link us now for, go around and document the elders them, the Coral Garden thing. So
Yeah.
then now,
in a Mobi.
so,
Okay.
yeah. So now may I get fully exposed now to the Rastafari movement now for cementing me because me have to get that groundation there first
Aye,
before we
you
move
hear
on
that
that journey there.
foundation.
Ah, you get me? So
Yeah.
them time that were there, Jared Park all over, with the all over, every bingy,
A fair
everything.
place, man. But
Rasta village.
No, no,
a
but I
fair
have
place.
family that are Rastafarian and they're heavily involved in all of that. What you're talking
Okay.
about?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Rastafari Youth Organization. Every single thing. We start with us the all over in the Rastafari
Aya
movement now.
Bingi.
Naya Bingi, we got Bobo Hill, we 12 tribe because we have reason the elder them, I get to meet Sister Minnie, you know what I mean,
Oh,
them time they know you get to meet up some of your icon them know like Munta Baruka, you know
Yeah,
what I mean,
man.
and we are going through the movement. At this point in time now, I'm an big brother, first man. And Mummy Mitz, was like my guidance, Auntie
ah,
Arlene. You know what I mean? My little brother Micah too. Because funny enough, Micah was a younger youth for me. And he made that learn so much from him at the time too. You know what I
ah.
mean?
Each one teach
So
one.
yeah, what may I tell you, you for me, because we and him grow together. So,
Yeah.
when my baby me meet him, you get me I deal with. So, I mean, a little, and me, I big youth at the time, you get me? So, we grow together. So now that we link up back under that, because at the time, I know me and him I get to know each other, to know each, because yeah, we there around each other, our
But we
bar,
never
our
know
stuff.
each other.
No, but I know me and him are locked in now. So, me I learn a whole heap from him at that time, to be honest, like a lot. You know what I mean? And him always like, him just always in support of me to one. You know what I mean? And me and him are pass straight. Because at the same time now, we did do the training. Because at this now the connection start make back with me and him now. When we do the training, I drive for, You get me? Because yeah, as my forward now, funny enough, me never expect to see him there either. You get me? It's just go, and the family buck up them. I said, bro, it not be a family this. You know what I mean? I start make my connection them now with the Charleston, Maroon, them, I come from Maroon, and so I start know everybody know, because we go around now and I do all of them with the thing.
He was a must man.
Yeah, so we all of that we do now, brother, and we make the connection them and the thing them start connect. We start there the Charleston Maroon conference then every year now I showed. So remember now, you couldn't miss out, because I was using the camera, so I'd have to stand up right in front of everybody you come present. Yeah, so all of the knowledge there forward towards you get me? Like when we got the Rastafari conference and we that shoot for that, that was like 1 week with Rastafari from all over the world again. And I mean that I shoot for the 5 days again. Yeah, brother. So me I get exposed to all of this, and we did it, but at the time, brother, Kromanti Experience was, because me even do an interview with JS, and at that time, me I tell at that time, Kromanti Experience is far from my mind, and at that time, me I tell JS about Kromanti Experience.
Yeah, and your mother said, stop tell people your ideas.
No, but at the time, it me never even say Kromanti Experience, I just tell them about the structure.
Oh.
And that was like me telling them my idea. I'm about the idea, because the idea not even in my head.
But that was the passion and the purpose. So
yeah, brother.
But not to cut you, Maurice. You keep mentioning Kromanti Experience. Just tell the people a little bit about it, and then you can delve in, because you keep sharing it, but you're not, saying.
Yeah. So Kromanti Experience now is a cultural experience. Me, I always say it's more than a tourism experience. It surrounds, the Maroon culture. It dives more into some, deeper midst of what the Maroons are really about, and not just the regular thing that you may hear in school, or of the misconception. So it's just, it's just a vehicle to expose one's now to the Maroon culture in a more
authentic
and friendly way. Because I know sometimes you have to present something. It's a presentation. I think sometimes like people gravitate to it. So even you will maybe that hear some derogative things about Maroons, by coming on the Kromanti Experience and just the way we interact and I share with you, then you'll have a better understanding of who the Maroons are and things, because it's just presentation. And I was thinking at the time now, how to present it, and how to make it work, and funny enough, Moni even knows it in me. It's just 2 days ago, I reasoned with a brethren, and he might tell me all of the things that I see me at the right time. I tell me about brand strategy, marketing, all of these things. And bro, to be honest, me I tell them, so yo, you will give them name now, because
so you're doing it, but you never know you are doing these things, but there's actually a terminology assigned to it.
Yeah, you get me? Like when me I explain to him how me do it, he must say, yo, you didn't go to school for this? And I said, no. Like school that's slow. Yeah, I tell him straight up, no, this
is college.
Yeah, school that's slow me up, because then we don't have to think about a formula how to apply it. You get me?
And test.
Yeah, it's trial and error. Some of them never error they did it. And that's the trial and it work.
That's a part of your journey. And that's the thing. Also, even for me, right? I teach myself how to write. I teach myself how to self-publish. So that's just a part of my journey, a part of my passion. Same thing with you. Is the master? So you've been doing all this without really knowing what it is exactly. The outside world call it. But guess what? They are match it all along. You get
Yeah,
me?
it just play out. You just think how people think, how people
Exactly.
operate, what people like, what people don't like. You get me? I deal with it. You just apply it, and it did a work. It's like as I say, we do the Rastafari conference. Before that now, we are do like Charleston conferences. We meet up with the rest of Maroon family, them and thing, and I start get more exposed within the space now, and people start knowing me now. I meet some people at the conference, tell them about Moortown and thing, bring them in a Moortown, show them, and I say, yo,
Where exactly is Moortown located? For those who
in
don't.
Portland, in Portland,
Oh,
in
where
Which
Portland,
place
Portland?
on the
Jamaica.
island?
The Rio Grande Valley, to be exact.
So Rio Grande is also a river, right?
And a valley, yeah.
And a valley in Jamaica.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, which consists of the Maroon districts like Millbank, Cornwall Boroughs, Bellevue, Comfort Castle, these places, Windsor House, Bellevue, I've
So
said
you're
that
an
before.
ambassador for Moortown.
Um, yeah, but I just say in general the culture. The Taino chief called me the cultural tourism advocate.
See
Ah,
that?
you met the Taino chief.
Chief, Taino chief, I'm a brother like that,
Most
man.
known, man. Most known,
Yeah,
man.
it's like me and him. It's the same time too. When me I learn about myself,
Him
Yeah,
I learn both.
him a film I learn about film roots too.
see that?
You
Ah,
get me? Because they didn't know before and did have some idea, but then start dive more into it. It's just the other day me having from a virtual tour and thing, and him I explain to the ones them how me and him meet and thing,
ah.
how we grow together on the journey,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
and our connect. And it's through them same spaces that now I meet people and able to bring them within my space. And people are telling me say, yo, I'm to start a business. Uh we then start think about it from a perspective and then I sit down with my friend. At the same time I do the Rastafari conference.
yeah.
And she asked me, what the next move?
Ah,
Cause and while me I tell her what my next move, she did I type it up and I not even know.
oh. Pick up
You know,
yourself anyway, their friend.
you know,
Part of the puzzle, man. Part of the puzzle.
yeah, yeah. When my done, she show me. I mean, I read it. I never even know say it.
So,
It's like
Oh.
it's like, but me, at the deep, I'm going night now. Me, I realize, but wait, it's
all
so
is you
like
just
something start sound familiar now. You get me? Because I remember, me, I tell her about it. She type it up,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
she
yeah.
edit it and I fix some little thing and I set it up nice,
Oh, so she paraphrased it and them
Yeah, and then
something
she
there.
yeah, and then she starts structure what I said to her. So because she put it to me in a structural form,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
an idea.
It did hard to
It,
relate to initially.
yeah, because I never see it on paper yet, just in my
I'm saying
head.
just a spit it out. Yeah, yeah, just spit it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you get me. So when I look on it now, I say, yo, and this me just tell her, and she say, yeah. You know what I mean? I say, yo, you get me? Like, yo, this is it. That was like, whoa, like 8 years ago.
So
Um,
Kromanti Experience is 8 years old.
One
yeah,
thing about passion, One thing about passion. So what, like, so once you talk about something you're passionate about, it just like a flow.
yeah,
Is
it
the man
flow, brother. That was
flow?
like was 8 years ago. But guess what? No, me that play with the concept of it.
Mm.
So I start play with it. While me I play with it, people I tell people about me.
Mm-hmm.
So it start grow up on me now. So the grow up on me now. I decide. So yo, 5 years ago, I jumped in with Jaipur. 6 years ago, this year makes 6 year. I jump in with Jaipur. You know what I mean? Funny enough, at the same friend, she fly in and there and me I reason with her about it and she said, yo, me I tell her some more get official.
Mm-hmm.
And she called me one evening and said, yo, you want to do that? You want to do the thing, see me? And I said, which thing? And she said, yo, the training with Jaipur man and thing. And I said, all right. Yeah, me do it. You see me, yo, brother, she done pay for everything and register me and everything already.
Good
I
friend,
tell she,
that good friend.
Oh,
I
this
tell she,
going
I
back
tell
to
me
do
now,
with the
I tell she, I
everybody
plan
from
to tell me now when to go in to eat, brother.
yeah. It's just a
You
way for
get
you to
me?
say yes.
Yeah, you see me? So, but she don't do it already either way.
Yeah.
Like she take the risk. That me as a person like this too, you know, I mean, I like when people go on like they want to force me or something.
Yeah,
You get me? Like
overstep.
yeah, you see me? So she know me stay like that, but she run the risk and do it. Like when I say it to her, I suppose to never go. And she say, yo, I think at the time it was 4 grand. She just said like, well, that was just 4 grand, and I just said, but
Oh, just
get
in
me?
Right.
case. Oh,
Chicken
Yeah,
feed.
yeah, isn't it? So I said, all right, but at the time to me that was massive, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
my feel, you know. So
It
even
So
though in
teach
she
you
my
that.
believe
mind,
in you. So she believe in
yeah,
you.
but yeah, brother, but in my mind at the time too, I never want to go nowhere right now. Like, yo, you set me up right now. Because in my mind for some reason, like me, you know that procrastination, something there, brother,
Yeah.
where they're not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
That, you get me? So that was the thing. But all right, made have to organize myself and go. Yo, cause yo, she was always supportive. She bring me in the morning and forward for me in the evening. You see me?
But yeah, and you always
And
need
that,
somebody like that. On the journey, you always need somebody who are gonna be able to help to push you along the way. Always.
yeah, brother, for 2 weeks straight. You
Oh, so
get
it's
me?
a
I
2 week
deal with.
program.
Yeah. Um, go
Oh, not to
forward.
cut you. I know. I know. I have an idea what the acronym JOYPRO mean, but can you tell us what it means so that the audience can?
Um, the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office.
Oh, okay.
And then there was the World Intellectual Property Organization, along with the
Why so?
Millennium, along with the Millennium Council, because the Millennium Council is the Rastafari mansions coming together as one. So there, and Millennium Council was the one I think that lobbied to get that program done for indigenous cultures to able
In
to document
Jamaica.
them. Yeah, able to
Uh,
that was the Rastafari and the Maroons to able to document them culture. So that was I was just in a space to get grooming, you know what I mean, towards what was happening. And I was still on that journey now. Kromanti Experience at the vehicle where I do that. Um, you know, funny enough, Kromanti Experience just come out because I have Kromanti farms first, because I tell you I was doing farming.
ah.
I was growing sorrel and all of them little thing there. Work on the Queen and the documentary, them same time there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a whole heap of thing, brother, we do within the same
Space up.
space of time, so we come right down to, in a 2015 now when we go do that training there and I say, all right, Kromanti Experience that. Because first thing first, she just say, yo, wait till that name because me already have the Kromanti names them already. But me that
Yeah.
play around with like because it's the farm that me and her connect the
Oh.
first place. The farm because me meet her at Charlestown conference and we are reason I'm tell her about my farm and them little thing there. Out of just conversation and she get interested. So it was a farm. So she was so me I tell her, so anything when me I do it have under the Kromanti
Come
banner.
on, just yeah, man.
Get me? Because me did just learn about the word Kromanti too. So me did want make sense so yo in a
That's
dead
a
house.
Ghanaian
Listen to
word,
the word.
right?
Yeah. And it actually our Maroon language. It's our old culture as Maroons, It's the same language that the Suriname Maroons use. It's more like the patois to the tree, if you ask me. It's
Yeah.
like a mixture of West African languages,
Mm-hmm.
and thing. So me learning about it at the time was like, whoa, like, oh, me never know about this. So me did say anything when me did ever do now as business, it ever under
Happy
the
Yeah.
be
command.
aligned with the
The
name
same
thing.
umbrella,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah. So it's when she put Maroon tours on the top of the paper the night. And I said Maroon tours, like you get me, and she said, well, nanny tours, and I said, no.
No man.
Um you see
Come
me,
something
it
a little
have
bit
to have the Kromanti brand.
creative.
They say you
Yeah.
want a little
Yeah,
more spice in there, no spicy.
Yeah.
yeah. I made that tell her, I said, yo, it have to under the Kromanti brand. And she said, um, what? Kromanti tours. I mean, I said, no, man. What me just say is that are more
Yeah.
than a tour. That is an experience.
Alright, so
And
as you
then,
said that, right? As
yeah,
you said, alright. Paint a picture for us and those who watching. What is it like growing up in a Maroon setting, in the Maroon, just what it's like. Cause I'm sure it's not like growing up in Kingston, isn't it? So like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is
All right. To be real honest, when I was younger,
mm,
I didn't get much exposure to the culture. I
okay.
didn't even know about it that much. Being around it now, for bro, like you'd have to inner it for there's certain experiences. It's like I can't use words to explain it. Like
Yeah,
in a real time, like cause I was around the Granny and the cultural group, and as I tell you, I was a part of the council. And that was me grooming. I get to meet Snoop Dogg and all of them for ones that in them
yeah.
time. But, you know,
Snoop
when it
Lion.
came to the reincarnation and these
Yeah,
things,
boy.
you
Yeah.
know, so we end up make some connection. But the drums, just being in another space when the drums are played and
Drums are beautiful.
yeah, it's a different energy.
Different vibe,
And then
man.
living in a space now where I this here every night, the rivers were dead, just the whole environment, brother,
It's that.
it just make you a different person. Yeah, we're fun and we laugh and we get jokes like any normal person, you get me? But at the same time, your inner self, um, it polish.
I'm saying
You
somewhat
get
one
me?
with nature.
Yeah, brother. The environment polish your vibe. You get me?
Yeah.
Make you know as an individual can able for because to tell you the truth, all of what me learning at school and all of whom me been now, I couldn't able to execute that if I was like um
A normal
in
man.
Kingston. Yeah,
Ah,
like in
in
a
Kingston.
Kingston. You get me? Like, yeah.
It's
So
the
me to have
liberty,
to
as you say, it's the liberty.
yeah, it's just the
Different.
environment. Yeah, the
It's very
environment end up
different.
now to make you be who you be. You get your
Mm.
Mhm.
space. It's like,
Mhm.
for instance, then to tell you the honest truth, I was this big tree where they made up in a flower spot.
Ah, so you never fit in. They try to put you in a box, but you couldn't
Yeah,
fit in the box.
no,
Ah,
no, you'd have a camera come plant me on a riverbank like
So
yes,
you
sir.
must say you can
You
expand
get
and
me now?
reach your full potential. Yeah, man.
Yeah, brother, you'd have to have them big space or them big line for plant pan to can bloom and blossom properly.
Yeah, man. Love it.
And that was what happened.
Love it.
It just create that for we. So what ended up happening to me in a them space of time then was like um we 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 start learn now because when I say we, maybe you may say it often. I thought my ancestor them because
Okay.
I can't even
Okay.
left them out or nothing.
so they are
And yeah, and the funny enough, I say that sometimes I catch myself and sometimes I never realize some say it and people have to check me. Why?
Become natural, man.
You know? Yeah. So, at that time now we are learn the culture. We are learn more things and we are build on it. We get the training and we start, interact with other people and do other business with other people. I mean, we work on, the capture and to electronics them. We
oh.
just, work on a whole heap of things. My daughter them in the junior gang videos.
So we
We're
saying
just
a lot
all over
of
the little place. I do
we
something.
say a lot of opportunities came out of this. So when you did
Yeah,
you know that you're doing your business and the fact that you were in like a course doing that and everything, it has brought more opportunities for you. That's what you're saying.
yeah,
You meet people
yeah.
and
It creates spaces for me now.
Mhm.
Because as I tell them, I start work on the Queen Nanny documentary where carry me a whole heap of places, and it made me know more about Queen Nanny as well. So now
Okay.
the knowledge of flow, and so you know it, or so you pass it on. I
Exactly.
forgive big respect to Uncle Isaac. Can never ever forget him. When I was a part of the Maroon current council, and even after, long after, he was like my mentor. You can go. He's the man that speaks the Kromanti language on YouTube with
he
Professor
died.
Beverly.
He was the oldest
Yeah,
Kromanti
yeah,
speaker. I
yeah,
know. I made my
Okay.
yeah.
friends from Ghana listen to it.
Yeah, that man was my teacher. That man was my inspiration. That man was my everything. Him was the one where in a breaking time, in a them time that when a whole heap of things that come down from me. He was the man who was like my rock. Like So yo, no worry yourself, Bob, and tell me, say yo, him tell me about all of this. So all of this that can happen.
Okay.
Me sitting in no reason we didn't know. For the last 5 years I've been consecutive when it comes to even main media and all these things, brother. You know what I mean? Maybe 4 to 5 years, we've been consecutive, you know what I mean, within main media, Gleaner, TVJ, these things,
Oh, so
Him
you've
tell
been
me them
spreading
things.
the message and spreading the word.
Blessings.
But
Yeah, from a while.
but
So yeah, go ahead.
yeah, what we were going to ask you is that you spoke about all of these connections that you've been able to make doing what you've been doing and everything. What can you impart on the youths in Jamaica or somebody who, really want to be in tune with themselves? What should they do? What's your motto? What you live by?
I mean, I live by, being a better Maurice every day.
Ah.
So the Maurice yesterday in steel.
Aye.
You get me? That happened already. You get me? I deal it
Keep
like
on improve,
the
man.
Maurice today I want me, yeah. Because you have to create a Maurice for tomorrow. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And then now my driving force to I can't leave out that at no point in time. I'm a daughter them. Everything what I do right now is an inspiration out of them. Wanting to do something for them. I have to come up with an idea or something to make the money to do it for them or you know what I
Mindset.
mean? So yes, enough of what me do, you know what I mean, is just out of them. But what I tell one to do is just find yourself, know who you be. Just try to live you. Because every day me get up and me go have fun and get paid for do it. Somebody asked me already what is the greatest thing for me. I mean tell themself able to wake up every morning and get paid for doing that. Be myself and get
That,
paid for do that.
no beat that. Not beat
Nothing
that.
to beat that.
You
Me
have
get
a
up
peace
every
of
day.
mind.
Yeah, me not be nobody else but Maurice the Maroon.
No.
I'm gonna get paid for that.
Everything for that.
You know what I mean? Like you can imagine somebody that pay you for be your own self.
That
You
it
get
sounds
any
it
idea?
sounds good. It sounds rewarding actually.
But
Yeah.
that pause in life
No?
will find in yourself.
Yeah, brother. So if me I tell you them anything, but I tell them so yo, just find you, man.
On yourself.
Just find what make you. Because I remember one time, brother, as a youth I grew up, like the quickest thing for somebody that tell me sometime I say I chat too much.
Ah,
When them more we not convert. And right now me I get paid for talk.
Talk, you see?
I
People
get
call
you.
me for pay me for talk. Like me I lecture people overseas, all of Corona them thing the way I do.
Ah,
You
nice.
get me I deal with and so we find ourselves now, we get paid to do that. People call me just to talk to people on Zoom meetings. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Just hey brother,
And
there's a
share
lot
wealth
of
and knowledge. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
yeah, brother. Just to share that knowledge. So
Uh,
to do that, you know what I mean, and being your own self every day, yo brother are the best thing.
blessing, man.
You know what I
Blessing.
mean? Are the best thing. And right now Kromanti Experience, I'm not going to say honestly, brother, if you ask me, Kromanti Experience maybe the 5% of what me want out of
Ah.
like in a real time. And it's in 2018 when we really get serious and I have a little mishap in some business thing. I'm gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
myself, say, yo, I'm done give people my energy. I
Take full
use all of
control.
my connections them to build me and myself.
Take full
You get me
control.
idea? And set a pace and set a legacy for my daughter them.
True.
Me
Indeed.
never use it for myself. I never use it for myself alone. You get me idea? But
Yeah, yeah.
we still help people, we still do it through pickable branders, we are do a summer camp.
Ah.
We never get to talk on them things about within the whole of them time there for the last from 2000. I've been working in the primary school as I tell you before and the basic
Oh,
school.
you're still
You
there,
know, yeah, I'm still, I'm not
involved.
I'm a part of the PTA anymore, but we still assist the basic
Okay.
school. We just renovate the basic school the other day.
Okay.
Stick and span, new chairs, new everything. When you come through, you see them thing, the Andre.
Look,
Did
that's
and
what
not
you
only Andre when me forward come to Jamaica, una diss me? Oh,
you
wow,
they are
una diss
No,
firing.
no,
me.
You they are
no.
firing.
Listen,
You know what I
as
mean?
soon as
You know,
as soon as Trudeau start,
yeah,
free up the place, as soon as he free up it
yeah.
more, watch me, I'll come to Jamaica. But before you go, You can leave us a social media ad so we can find you.
Yeah. We're all over Instagram, Kromanti Experience. On Instagram, we're on Facebook as Kromanti Experience. YouTube as well as Kromanti Experience. And yeah, but I just give my daughter them company a shout out to. Kromanti Yard Snacks. That are one of our thing. The Kromanti group of company big. Maybe I have to come back next time. Come give the next rundown.
We would love to
definitely look forward to that,
because
because there's so much
information to share.
Yeah, bro, like you just a while ago dig up a whole heap of things I'm there, so I try to fit in our time to make sense and give me enough to. But there's so much in the short space of time between 12 years that we have achieved. I would say it's win-win for me based on knowledge. And yeah, I mean, we give thanks for that, because let's turn the lose them in a lessons, and build from those things.
Everything I got you is for a reason. I just have to learn and give gratitude just to see.
And overcome them and move on.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. I will give thanks, because here I'm now, the journey bring me to Clubhouse. I'm able to meet Andre, to able to meet you, Master. I want to know where this are gonna bring me from here, so because here we have a next thing coming up again, and we have a next thing. We have so many things. We have my t-shirt brand. Like there's so many things under the Kromanti brand right now. Like we have an international leg of the company. So we have a whole heap of little things happening right now, and right now the team's solid.
As a rock.
The team's solid. Yeah, the team's solid now because we've been working on that master team too. But we do want people where to be around where share the same passion and love for the thing, and people have my interest at art as well.
Vision,
vision. So we have a lot of things. We have the cottages them coming. There's so much like
guess what?
Save that for part few.
Your blessings.
Good.